What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma if you're new here, and I love to talk about all things Peloton cycling and fitness. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I post every single Sunday, and today's video is going to be a fun one, but it's also going to be kind of a sad one because Kendall Toole has announced that she is leaving Peloton. And I feel like Kendall has never been my favorite, but I have really liked some of her classes over the years. I know a lot of people really, really love her. And I think overall it is sad that she's leaving. She's definitely been around for a while, has done a lot of really cool artist series rides. I love her pop punk rides. I also know she's very well known for her like Metallica and like hard rock rides. So I know she will be missed. So I thought it would be a fun video to go back and take some of her rides. Today is June 28th, and she actually teaches her last ride tomorrow, June 29th. She already has it in the schedule, a farewell ride, which I am going to take for this video. But I thought I would get into a Kendall mood this weekend and take some of her most popular rides today. So today I'm going to take her most popular, like, actual ride, which is a 30-minute Megan Thee Stallion ride by Kendall Toole from March 4th, 2021. I looked and over 450,000 people have taken it, which is a lot of people. It's hard to imagine. I've actually taken it, but I think I took it a very long time ago. I like Kendall. I love Megan Thee Stallion. I feel like she definitely does a good job on this ride. I really don't remember much from it, but I think that she's going to kill it. And then her actual most popular ride is a 5-minute cool down ride, which we will also do today from May 17th, 2023. And over 1 million workouts have been done on this ride, which again, wow, that's so many people. And then I'm going to wrap up the workout with a 5-minute AFO post-ride stretch Green Day, also by Kendall Toole. It's her most popular post-ride stretch from August 19th, 2022. And there's been 1.5 million workouts on that stretch. So definitely shows the impact that Kendall has had on Peloton. And I haven't ridden the bike in a while. You can tell by my background, it's different. I'm back in Pennsylvania for the weekend. So I'm excited to get on the bike, and I'm excited for Kendall to kick my butt like I know she's going to. So let's go hit the bike and knock out these classes. That Megan Thee Stallion ride was so fun. It kind of came back to me as we were taking it. It's just really funny because it's like super, super explicit. And I feel like Kendall definitely doesn't shy away from explicit rides, but Peloton on a whole is like pretty clean. Like there is explicit rides, but this one was just like so funny. Kendall was really owning up to it. You could tell that she loved Megan Thee Stallion. She had great energy. She was doing the TikTok dances. She was hyping Megan up. Like it was such a fun ride. If you like Megan Thee Stallion music and you haven't taken this ride, first off, I'd be surprised. But if you haven't taken it, take it. If you have taken it, maybe retake it. Like I definitely think that it has high retakeability. It was so fun. I really think it highlights what Peloton is losing from Kendall. Like I do think that Kendall has a very, very specific niche. Like the other instructors just couldn't pull off this class as well as Kendall. Like she was a good choice for this artist. And yeah, it made me sad taking it. Kendall has never been my like #1 favorite instructor, but I definitely take a decent amount of classes with her, especially she does a lot of the pop punk rides, which I really like. And yeah, just taking this class, I haven't ridden the Peloton in like 6 months. It made me really sad that she's leaving. I do think that she is a special instructor for Peloton. And it was cool because the Megan Thee Stallion class was from 2021. And then the cooldown ride was from 2023 and the stretch was from 2022. So you could kind of see her through the years, like how platinum her hair was. But it was cool to just like see her go through the years. And I'd love to even go and take like some of her older classes and see her a little bit younger as well. The cooldown ride, I don't know why it's her most popular ride ever. I kind of feel like it might just have been like recommended by Peloton. Like, you know, sometimes things come up at the end where it's like, oh, like tack this class on. Because it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like anything special. She didn't have like any special announcement or anything that would make it so popular. Or there's just some people that really like the music in it, I don't know, and just retake it over and over again. But it wasn't bad. It did the job. It cooled me down. And then the stretch was fun. I love Green Day. So, like, a little Green Day music at the end. Good stretch. I did like the stretch because you started clipped into the bike, which first off, like, goes well with going directly from cool down ride. And then I like the stretches on the bike. So it definitely was a good cool down ride, and I would definitely take it again. So I get why that one is really popular. Green Day plus good stretches. But overall, really great, fun class today. I'm excited for the rest of the weekend where I'm going to take some more Kendall classes. But it does make me a little sad. It's like bittersweet to take her classes again. It is now the next day, and Kendall's farewell ride is today. But it's at 2 p.m. EST, which is a bad time for me. I understand they probably wanted, like, the West Coast people to be able to get up and get on the bike as well. But it doesn't really fit in my schedule. I wanted to take it live, but I'll just take it tomorrow on demand. So I'm going to continue with some of Kendall's other infamous rides. Today I'm going to be taking her hardest ride, ranked on the Peloton app, which is a 45-minute Metallica ride, tagged intermediate, from November 18th, 2020. And I've also taken this one before. I remember, I think, liking it, but I also am guessing it's going to be very hard. Obviously, I took it quite a while ago. So, I'm ready for the refresh. I'm definitely not a Metallica listener, but I do think that Kendall will bring good energy to this class. And then after that, I'm going to do a 5-minute cool down ride, tagged intermediate, from March 18th, 2021 by Kendall Toole. This is her top rated cool down ride. And then I'm going to be doing her top rated post-ride stretch, which is a 5-minute post-ride stretch by Kendall Toole from May 13th, 2021. So another Kendall-filled day. I am slightly worried about this Metallica ride, but we're going in with a positive attitude. It should be fun. I just also know it's going to be very hard. So let's go hit the bike and knock out these classes. That class was definitely not for me. It was very, very hard, which, you could expect with her hardest class. Honestly, my biggest complaint is that the metrics on the bike, like the ranges of the resistance and cadence, were just constantly wrong. She went into it and was basically like giving a lower bound for normal people and then a higher bound for metalheads. So she would be like, oh, like, people that don't usually take metal rides like go 40 to 42, and people that take my metal rides go 50 to 52 for resistance. And then on the bike, it would just register as 50 to 52, when in my opinion, the range should be 40 to 52. That's definitely not Kendall's fault, but I am always kind of surprised when the metrics are wrong. Like, in my opinion, there's not that many Peloton classes that I think someone should be doing the metrics by hand. I assume some like AI is doing it and they're doing it kind of poorly. And I also feel like they know this class is popular, so they should go back and check to make sure the metrics are right. But that's a whole nother story. On a whole, the biggest thing is that basically, like, you start a song and you do have good recovery in between each song, but you start and you're like doing a push, and then it's like, oh, add more cadence. And then like 30 seconds later, it's like, add more resistance. And it's like, okay, I was already doing a push, and then I was doing like an extreme push, and now I like cannot push anymore. So I feel like you could keep that in mind going in, but like, there was times where, you had 50 resistance and she was calling out 100 to 110 cadence, which is just super unrealistic for me. I do think there are a faction of people that are way more powerful than me on the bike, so they probably like these call outs and they probably think that other instructors are easy. So I do think there is a audience for this. I am just not the audience. My output wasn't even that high. It was 391. And for a 45-minute ride, usually if I'm like 10 times the length for an output, that means that was like a very, very hard or very good output ride for me. So I wasn't even close to my PR. And I think a big part of it is that my average cadence was really high. My average cadence was 84, which that is like quite high for a ride for me. I definitely am more powerful with higher resistance and lower cadence. And she does that sometimes, but she mostly focuses on higher cadence and lower resistance. But compared to yesterday, my average output today was 145 and yesterday it was 139. So it's not like I went really, really crazy today, but it did just feel so, so hard the entire time. And honestly, like Kendall seemed great, but I was just dying so much that I couldn't even focus on it. I mean, I don't listen to Metallica music, so I would really only recommend this ride if you like Metallica music, like really, really love Kendall, or you are somebody that thinks that a lot of other instructors are easy. Like this class will give you a run for your money. If you think that the callouts are weak on some other classes, the callouts here are pretty high. So today was just okay. Difficulty for this class, like definitely 10 out of 10. It's actually funny because the first like 12 to 15 minutes is not that bad. And it's because most of it is warm up, but the first couple songs isn't that bad. And I'm like, oh, like I feel like people just, overhype this and like they've just never taken super hard rides and like they go in thinking it's going to be hard, so then they rank it hard. But then the last like 30 minutes, she really starts to amp it up and it gets a lot harder. And I feel like 45 minutes in general is just like harder because a lot of the classes on Peloton are 20 to 30 minutes. But yeah, definitely gave me a run for money. Haven't taken a class like that in a hot second. It wasn't a bad class. Like I didn't have a bad attitude during it. Sometimes I get in a bad mood and then it like really wrecks the ride. I feel like Kendall kept it upbeat enough and I just tried to pick one. So I would pick cadence or resistance and try to stay in whatever was showing for the metrics. And, I feel like it was an effective ride. I still got a good workout. But yeah, I will not take this ride again. I got to make a note in my mind. I kind of wonder what I thought when I first took it, but this time it's a no from me. And then after that, I took the 5-minute cool down and 5-minute post-ride stretch. Those were fine, nothing super notable. You did start on the bike for the post-ride stretch, which I do like. I guess I wonder if Kendall always does that, but I do like that, so no complaints there. And then the workout was over. I am definitely tired. I also dropped my towel from the bike like 15 minutes in the class, so the sweat was really pouring out today. Definitely got a good workout. And yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like this kind of class is very unique to Kendall, so I don't see any other instructors really taking up the metal rides. It is now 2 days later. I took a rest day yesterday. Honestly, I was feeling pretty tired from my last 2 Kendall classes. So I am back and ready to go today. I am finally ready to take the 30-minute farewell ride by Kendall Toole from June 29th, 2024. And I feel like this one's going to be a really sad one, even based on the music. Like the music looks so good. I see like Body by Megan Thee Stallion. I feel like Classic. There's All the Small Things by Blink-182. I feel like it's going to be a really fun class, but it's also going to be a sad one. And then I'm taking her most recent cool down ride, a 5-minute cool down ride from June 19th, 2024, and her most recent post-ride stretch, which is a 5-minute post-ride stretch from May 10th, 2024. And that's going to be a wrap on this video. I feel like taking all her most recent classes, seeing where she is now, and yeah, I'm very interested to see like what she says during this farewell ride. So let's hit the bike and knock out these last couple of classes. That farewell ride was so wholesome. If you like Kendall at all, have any feelings about her, I would highly recommend taking it. I'm sure it is really popular. Already 50,000 people have taken it and it's only been out for less than 2 days. But yeah, I thought it was going to be sad. It was a little sad, but she definitely did keep the energy up. And she did just pick a lot of songs that were kind of like highlights in her career or like things that she's known for. I also like forgot that she does mental health rides, and that's also a big thing that she offers. So there was like a mental health segment, there was the pop punk music. She actually didn't play any metal music, which I was surprised. She did reference it, but I don't think she played any. She played a lot of like hype EDM music too. She played Levels by Avicii, which I thought was funny. And she played The Greatest Showman. I just feel like it was a very, very wholesome ride. During the mental health portion, I think that she was crying or she was just really sweating. I couldn't tell. She was a little shiny on the face, but it was like really meaningful in my opinion. And like she was speaking from her soul. Like she was just talking about how, the mental health rides were for the riders, but it was also for her, and that like, everybody helped everybody. And yeah, it was just very wholesome. And I do think it's funny that this is actually my highest average output, even more so than the Metallica ride. My average output was 151 compared to 145 on the Metallica ride. And that's because there was a lot more climbing in this ride. My average cadence was 73 compared to Metallica. I believe it was like 84 yesterday. So yeah, definitely some lower cadence sections, not as fast spin ups. Like we were not doing like 120. I do think that she was trying to make it more accessible so everyone could take it and send her off, say farewell. There are also a bunch of instructors in the studio live. Like this was a live audience class, and you could tell there were some other people that had, been like loyal Peloton Kendall fans that were in the studio too. It definitely would have been really cool to be in the studio, but yeah, it seemed like a very supportive environment. When she was playing All the Small Things by Blink-182, like everyone was singing along. It was a lot of fun. Seemed very hype at the end. She like unclipped and like danced around during the cool down. It was just a really, really fun ride. I'd highly, highly recommend it if you have like any feelings about Kendall at all. I think that you will like this ride. And it was still a good workout because sometimes I feel like, some special classes are like just not a good workout. Like the callouts are really, really easy. And while I think the callouts were easier than what she usually does, mostly just because there wasn't as high of cadence, it was still good. Like I got a good workout in. We said farewell to Kendall. This is definitely not the last class I'll take by her. I'll be retaking her pop punk rides, but it is sad that she will have no more classes. And I do feel like this class really showed her range because, yeah, she has the metal ride, she has pop punk, she has the mental health rides. She really does a little bit of everything. She had the Megan Thee Stallion ride. She really is a hype woman. And then we went into the 5-minute cool down ride, which was actually really good too. She was just in like a super good dancey mood for that, which was random because I guess by then it was already announced that she was leaving. It was from June 19th. But yeah, she was just like really happy. It was a fun cool down ride. Then we went into the 5-minute post ride stretch, which I thought this one was just okay. We did start on the bike, which I really like, but we just didn't get that many stretches in. She spent a lot of time talking about how to clip out, which she has done in her previous rides too, which I don't mind. But I feel like in this class, it took a lot of the portion up. Like I think it took a minute, and this is only a 5-minute class. So we didn't get that many stretches in, so I probably would not retake this one. But overall, a very good day. It's so sad that Kendall is leaving. I really do think that they will struggle to like replace her content offerings. I'm interested to see like what happens. I know that Bradley Rose does a lot of pop punk rides. I know Camila Ramon has also done some, so they're gonna have to step up. We'll see. That's my concern. I feel like I don't know who's gonna take the metal rides, the mental health rides. They'll have to figure it out. Let me know what your favorite Kendall ride is. I definitely plan to still take her in the future. That is it for this video. I hope you guys are staying safe, having an awesome week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!